Hi friends, it's been a long time. I've been terribly busy. We're having major renovation at the cottage, and so far it's not habitable. I cannot live there. So what I've done is I bought a used camping trailer, and tomorrow I'm gonna go there and spend the week there because I have some gardens there, but I just go in the morning and spend the day there and come back to sleep over here at home. So it's it's tiring, and it's all the construction. I have to decide, everything. The windows, the floors, the colors of the walls, the tiles, the bathtub. Anyway, so it's been a busy spring and beginning of summer. So I thought before I leave that I show you a bit the garden, what's going on at home. Sorry, that spell. So come on, I'll give you a little tour, a quick tour, because there's many things, and I won't go into all the cultivars and everything, but you'll have a good idea of what's going on, I hope. And since I couldn't spend much time over there, I had so many seedlings, I didn't know what to do with them anymore, so I have a lot of things in pots here. So come on. Okay, so here we have the bay laurel. I just transplanted it in a grow pot, so it would air prune the roots, and it seems happy there. I have two zucchinis in the same pot, but those are it's the largest they're gonna come, because, well, about they're smaller plants, and they're very good for growing in pots. I have in the back I have 4 eggplants, a lot of peppers, and 1 tomato plant that's starting to flower, and that was given to me by a new subscriber I have, and he lives near me, so we visited each other's garden, and his name is Frank, and he gave me a lot of plants, peppers, and 1 tomato, and flowers, and anyway, he's very nice. Hi Frank, thank you. And I have 3 sunflowers. They reseeded themselves from the one from last year, because I left the seed heads over there, and for the birds for winter, and they just dropped in another pot, and yeah, I left them there. Here I have 4 pots of potato plants. They're starting to flower, so that's telling me they're starting to make baby potatoes, and it's the time I check them most for watering, but so far we had a lot of rain this year, so far I don't have to water much. And of course my rose bush and the clematis. I love that corner with the smoke tree and the colors. I like that one. Okay, here it's the feverfew. I use that plant for my daughter. I'm gonna make a tincture. She has migraines, and feverfew is renowned for migraines. And I have my fig tree. It's not doing any fruits this year. Not last winter, but the winter before. It has fruits. I see 2 little figs. 3. Okay, well, it's late, but 2 winters ago it froze pretty badly, so it's like starting anew, you know. And I have a big lovage. It's huge this year, starting to seed. Okay, I have a lot of cosmos and daylilies, and the tomato here is a sun gold that I started from the one I keep 1 sun gold in the house, every winter, if you remember, and I take cuttings of it and I make all new plants. I have like I think I have 5 at the cottage, and I gave a lot away to friends. I have 4 garlic that are almost ready to pick, and I have 4 big tomatoes, German striped and black cream, and 3, I don't remember. They're an Italian kind of tomato. And right beside over here is the garlic chive or Thai chive. Anyway, it makes white flour, but before it opens up, I eat the flower, but it's very good. So I have a lot of dill. Dill always recedes for me. I've sown it once and never had to sow again. So, but they didn't grow well. They were all on the same spot, so I transplanted them where I wanted. And I have some peas still. I have to pick them. I don't know if you can see. Quite a few on them. There's sugar snap, lavender, and quite a few flowers too. And oh, this one is perennial hibiscus. Well, it dies to the ground every year and grows back, and it makes huge hibiscus flowers. It's very pretty. And these are the Japanese onions, Ishiko, if I'm not mistaken. They're supposed to survive winter here, so I'll probably pick on 1 out of 2 because they become pretty big. Not as big as leek, but almost. And leave the rest there and see what happens. And supposedly they split, so that would be a good multiplier onion for me. If I like it. It's the first time I try those. And of course my nasturtiums and some flowers again, Piastilbe, and yeah. Okay, in the back, the little bush there, it's in a pot because it's going at the cottage, but right now the landscape is terrible. It's full of dirt and rocks, and I lost quite a plants over there anyway. So I'm waiting for the construction to be over, and so I can plant it somewhere over there. And it's did I say what it was? Oh, it's well, it's spelled Justaberry, but it's pronounced Justaberry because it's a German word, and it's a cross between a gooseberry and a currant. So in German we don't say J, we say Y, like a Y. Anyway, my sister is married to a German fellow, so those are the Hokkaido squash Dell you sent me. They're doing great so far. Oh, I think I see a female. Yeah, there is one, but mostly male flowers. And in the back I put some flowers there, so because I've made a bit of a raised bed with nice soil for the squashes, and well, these are melons, so to keep the soil in place a little bit, so the rain wouldn't wash them away, I put some flowers, but they're probably gonna come out because well, the squashes kind of take all the place. Anyway, so those are Montreal melon, and the seeds were supposed to be lost, and apparently now we can get some. So I hope I get melons and can keep some seeds of that one. And these are the rose bush there, the rose hips you sent me. So I planted it in the pot and left it over winter, and it stratified the seeds, and yeah, I have 2 or 3 little bushes in there. Okay, so over here I have my raspberries. It's a purple. I have 2 purple and one black, and it's loaded with them, and they're very sweet. So here is the side of my house, and we made a new garden bed, and so I have some and it gets only afternoon sun, so it doesn't get too warm because lettuce don't like warm weather and they go to seed. And so those are romaine lettuces. I didn't start, that's probably a few of the things I didn't start this year, because romaine doesn't go to seed as fast. So I have a few radishes planted in between. And the other side I have some bush beans, and they're just barely starting to flower. It's been cold and wet, and yeah, and it's a bit more sunny over there, so hopefully they'll get enough heat. The back flower box, I have some lettuces left. It's Little Gem. It was full of them, and I ate the alder leaves in the beginning, and now I have to cut them all back because they're going to seed. So I'll have to I just cut at the base, and I leave the roots there, and I leave it there for a week or 2, and it's gonna rot away, and I'm gonna sow something else afterwards, probably peas or beans. I don't know, we'll see. I have a nice pot of lettuce, oak leaf lettuce, and I have some arugula or raquette. It's been eaten by flea beetles, but hey, that's okay. That's a pot that my son made for me at Mother's Day. It's my favorite flower. It's gerbera, and there's some ivy, variegated leaves ivy. And in here I have well, I have a lot of purslane. This was full of purslane this spring, so I've been eating a lot of purslane. I love purslane. It's one of my favorite weed to eat, and I put it in my salads. I have Italian flat parsley, and I have basil. It's Genovese basil. I have coriander, cilantro for Americans, and I have to pick it because it's also going to seeds. But I sow every maybe 2 weeks. I love coriander, so I have some Thai basil over there. Those are from my seeds that I kept from last year. And I have 2 sweet potato. These come from mine from last year. I had, well, a very small harvest. Our season is not long enough, but they were good. There was tiny ones, and I didn't even peel them, and I put them in the soup. But 2 of them had slips on them this spring. And so I kept them, well, not this spring, this winter. And so I kept them in the house in some soil, and I put them here as soon as it was warm enough, and they're doing fine. And today I sowed some carrots, so won't see that for quite a while. I have my lemon tree. It has about 2 or 3 lemons already, but it's still flowering. And I sowed some green onions or spring onions here today, and I have my black pearl pepper that spent all winter. In the fall I brought it inside, so all the peppers on here didn't get pollinated by bees, just by me shaking the plant, and so the seeds will be true. And I have some more dill, which I didn't know where to put, so I put it all there. It's way too much. Maybe I'll give it to somebody who wants it. Anyone wants dill? Okay, so that's it, my friend. Take care. I'll talk to you later.